Here we go. You ready to meet the boss? I've been waiting for this moment for some time now.
Hi, I'm Just It from Just Do It Thailand. สวัสดีครับ How you doing, Mr. Lee?
Doing very well. How are you, Tackett?
I feel great. I never expect that in my life. I'm gonna have a chance to talk with you. You're such a legend.
My pleasure entirely.
Can you take us back a little bit through time? What inspired you to create Jack Reacher and how he has evolved over the year?
Honestly, what I wanted to do was just to reassure myself. It was wish fulfillment for myself personally. How would it be if I was not afraid of anything, if I could do anything, if I could be confident about everything? That's what I wanted for myself. And of course, everybody feels the same way. Everybody wants to feel that. That's why he strikes a chord with everybody, that we all have the same universal human wish. We want to be confident, we want to be strong, we want to be able to help other people. We never want to be afraid.
I've never been so jealous of a fork in my life. You have any thoughts on dessert?
I think that's why everybody describe him as a modern day knight. Do you see him that way?
Of course, yeah. He's really a character that has been around for thousands of years. The mysterious stranger who shows up in the nick of time and solves the problem and then rides off into the sunset. That character exists in every culture. Everybody has that character who will do good for somebody and then disappear, and everybody is left happy.
Yeah, have you ever heard the Thai name of Jack Reacher?
No.
The book? We have the name of the book series. We call him ยอดคนสืบระหำ The meaning is the ultimate fearless investigator.
Yeah.
And we often have like the coolest name of each book, like the Persuader. We've been calling it as backstabbing kill, ตลบหลังฆ่า
Yeah, I love that. They send me the editions of the books from all around the world, and of course I can't read them and I don't understand them, but I love to have them on the shelf.
I just want to know, as a writer, how do you keep each novel feel fresh and excited 2 times?
Because I don't refer to any previous novel, it's always a new story, a new situation, and so there's never any reference to things that have happened in the past. The story stands alone, and I never ever start with a plan. I never have any idea what the book is going to be about, so I have the same excitement as the reader. I am the reader in that sense. I sit down to write it and I think, wow, I'm so excited. What's going to happen next? I don't know until it does happen. And I think that's what keeps it fresh.
Did you ever had a writing block?
No, I don't believe in writer's block. It's just an excuse for being lazy. Obviously, there are days when nobody wants to go to work, but does a nurse have nurse's block? Does a truck driver have truck driver's block? No, you just got to show up and do your job.
I'll figure it out why you do what you do. Because you hate the big, powerful sons of bitches who think they can get away with things. So you make sure they don't.
And now you have a new job as an executive producer of the show. What do you learn from making this show?
Really what I learn is how fantastic it is that this is a huge, huge production. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of people, millions and millions of dollars. But everybody is basically a fan of the story. They want to make the best story they can. You get the feeling they would work for nothing. They just love doing it. And that expresses itself in the result that you see on the screen. The passion, the enthusiasm, the joy, the happiness of doing it. Shows up on the screen. And that is a very rare thing because it is a huge industrial undertaking, but it shows passion, it shows love. They love the stories, they love the character.
Mr. Reacher, your record is impressive.
And I love the mood and tone of the show. It's never take itself too serious sometimes. We have some like big fun comedic stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's my attitude too. You know, life, we don't want to take it too seriously. Life is what it is, and you got to laugh. If you don't laugh, you're going to cry.
weaker than I thought. Sorry, hand slipped.
Okay, let's talk about our guy, Alan Ritchson. What was it about him that made him a perfect choice?
It sounds ridiculous, really, but I was involved in the casting, and because of the pandemic at the time, we had to do it remotely by Zoom. It's not in the usual way. But I realized that was a huge strength because I was seeing what the viewer was going to see. That's all the viewer was ever going to see, the guy on the screen, and that was all I was ever going to see. And I judged it by the very first second. I didn't care what his dialogue was like. I didn't care about anything because that can be directed or scripted. I just wanted to know his presence. I wanted him to step on the screen and own it and dominate it and be Reacher. And so I was judging it by the first second. And he hit the spot. And I thought, this is ridiculous. I'm going to go into this meeting now and have to argue on the strength of 1 second. But everybody felt the same way. Everybody was doing the same thing. We needed the guy who would own the scene, and that was Alan.
You just figured that out?
He's such a perfect choice. He totally looked like my imagination when I read the book.
Yeah, exactly. He a very smart guy and a good actor, and he nails it.
Welcome to the team, Reacher. I'm in.
Let's talk about this season. It's based on Persuader, right? Why was this one chosen for adaptation?
We felt that, first of all, it has a killer opening. You know, the opening scene, and it's a secret, I'm not going to tell anybody about it, but the opening scene has a huge surprise in it, and it's great. But we felt the first season had dealt with Reacher and his emotional roots with his own family. Second season was Reacher, his emotional roots with his professional family. And so it was time for the third one. We could put him on his own. The classic Reacher, the lone wolf. All 8 episodes, he's in terrible danger, working by himself, depending on nobody. That's the classic Reacher, and we thought it was time for that. We've introduced him, now we let him rip.
I don't want justice. I want vengeance.
It is the best entertainment you'll see. You know, there's a lot of good stuff on television, and then above them all, there's Reacher. What more can I say?
Son of a bitch.
Alright, that's it for me today. International Thai fan, we love you, Lee. I'm completely shaking right now. We're really excited to talk with you.
Well, thanks so much, and say hi to everybody there. And I hope I get to visit one day.
All right, we can't wait for the new Reacher in Thailand.
Yeah,
Bring him
you
here. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.